All right, so this is my opinion. This is just my opinion about this, okay? And I always felt the same way about this ever since I started creating content on my channel on YouTube. And I never liked this, and I still don't like it. But, YouTube doesn't care. They don't care. They're in it to make money. I don't think they really care. Don't expect a big tech giant to really care about what I think, what you think. The only thing they care about is just the money in their pockets. It's as simple as that. But anyway, besides the point, what am I talking about? I'm talking about, how YouTube allows big corporations, big companies, like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and some other big, studios out there to give copies of their games early, right? For these YouTube influencers to test, to promote, right? And let's just call it what it is. Let's just give it an honest call to what this is. It's shilling. Okay, basically what YouTube is allowing, they're allowing these big corporations, these big companies like Microsoft, PlayStation, Nintendo, etc., to shill, to have shills, to use these influencers who have millions of subscribers, millions of views, to influence some more. Now, I get it. They're trying to promote. They're trying to advertise. I get it. I understand how promotion works. I understand how advertisement works. But here is the problem. And hear me out on this problem. It is impossible for these guys to be genuine and honest about the product that they're reviewing, because they're giving the product for free. And they don't want to say anything negative or anything bad because they want to continue to get free products early, right? Okay, if someone is giving me a free products early, I don't want to say anything negative that will, make the company decide not to give me any more free codes or free products to review, right? So that's called shilling. That's what that is. It's called shilling. And these guys, unfortunately, they can't say nothing negative. They can't speak freely because they have to shill. Like this guy, Tamar TN2, right? He's got 5 million subscribers, and he's got millions of views. And of course, he's sponsored heavily sponsored. So he doesn't want to lose sponsors. That's how he makes his money, right? That's how he lives his rich lifestyle, right? By making all this money by all these sponsors. And who enables these sponsors? The YouTube enables these sponsors to happen, right? And I don't like that because he cannot be genuine. Like this guy, I don't know him personally, okay? And I have nothing against this guy, all right? The Tamar TN2. But you cannot be genuine, dude, because you're given a product for free. You cannot be genuine. You can't tell me genuinely how you feel about Forza Horizon 6. The Game Riot, same thing here. They can be genuine to tell me how they feel about Forza Horizon 6 because they can't say nothing negative. Everything they say, it's always positive. Every single one of these videos, everything's positive. This guy, AR12 Gaming, everything's positive. Everything's cool. I got my hands on it. It's looking great. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's saying the same thing. Same thing here. Moto Games TV. Everything's positive. Everything's, great. Can't wait to play it. Full version. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's essentially saying the same thing, right? How great it is, right? Welcome back to Forza Horizon 6. We're continuing, blah, 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 our Forza Horizon 6 gameplay. I'm not going to lie. Over the past couple of days, I have been recording so much of this game, checking out all the new cars. Everything's great. Yeah. So everything's positive. Is there anything negative? Is there anything like that you don't like that you maybe encounter? They never say that. And not just for the Forza Horizon, for any game that these influencers get. They always say nice things. So essentially what's happening here, The YouTube, it's allowing companies like Microsoft, Xbox, PlayStation, Sony, Nintendo, and other big giant studios to promote their games by giving their, you know, free copy of their games to these influencers. And it's a free advertisement for them. It's a free advertisement for them. But the problem is, it's shilling. Why don't you give the copy of Forza Horizon 6 to me? And you'll see how I'm going to review it. But they don't want to do that because they're afraid I might say something negative about the game. Well, I don't like the graphics. The graphics look the same. Or why are we still having the same mechanics in the game? Right? I'm going to find something that I'm not going to like. And they don't want any negative feedback. See, that's the problem. The problem with the shilling on the YouTube is they want positive feedback. They want guaranteed shilling positive feedback for their game. And this is the issue with these YouTube influencers and these big corporations and these big companies like Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo, right, and other big studios like Rockstar, Bethesda, etc., etc. They give free copies to these influencers, and these influencers, they always say positive, great things. Not once have they ever said anything negative, and they will never ever say anything negative because that's their job. Their job is to shill. And why would they say anything negative? They're like, okay, this is great. I'm making a lot of money. I'm making millions of views. I'm getting free products on top of making millions of views. On top of making a lot of money, I'm getting free products from these big corporations. Life is great. Life is good. It's good because you're shilling. But who's enabling this shilling? Which platform is this on? The YouTube platform. And they're enabling the shilling, and they don't even care. And that's why I can't, that's why I don't watch this. People ask me, oh, did you see all the influencers out there, you know, making early gameplay videos of this game, Forza Horizon 6? I said, no, I don't bother to watch that crap because it's shilling. These guys cannot be honest. They're not going to be honest. Like, they're not going to be honest. None of these guys will be honest about it. None of them will be honest. This guy won't be honest. I'm sorry. They're all saying great things. I don't want to click on their videos. I don't want to play their videos. But they're all saying the same thing. You guys can go watch it. This is so unreal. So unreal. Wow. How fast. Wow. Wow. I played Forza Horizon 6. Wow. Right? These are all millionaires. These guys are living in the big houses. They got millions of dollars, living a rich lifestyle, and they're getting shit for free. And that's essentially whom you're watching. That's whom you're taking your advice from. And I think this is the issue. This is the problem that we have on YouTube. And I think I have every right to say this because I've been on YouTube for 12 years, man. After 12 years, I've seen this kind of nonsense, this kind of garbage happen all the times. You got these shills, man. And I'm sure Forza Horizon 6 is a good entry to the series, but I can't have a genuine, honest look on any of these games because these guys are shills. They're sponsored shills. How am I supposed to trust these guys when they're sponsored shills? I can't, dude. You can't give me an honest, genuine look on this game because you've been shilled. You're shilled. You're shill. You know, it's like maybe we can click on one video just to show you how bad it is. And you'll see when you click on their videos, everything's super energetic, super exciting, super great, super hyped, super amazing, super excited, super duper. Everything's just super duper, right? There's nothing wrong. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Every game that they are shilling, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Man, it is really, it's annoying, dude. I don't know how you guys can watch this annoying crap. Maybe this is the Gen Z thing. I don't know. It has to be a Gen Z thing. It's certainly not my Generation X going to be watching this kind of nonsense. It's most likely Gen Z's watching this crap. You know, that's whom they're appealing. Let me tell you, most of these guys, you know who their audience is? Teenagers. High school kids, teenagers. That's who most of their audience is. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you. It ain't me, my generation. It ain't people my age watching this crap, because we're smarter than that to realize what this is. It's shilling. Simple as that. It's nothing but shilling. But anyway, let's click on one of the videos just to see how bad the shilling is. Let's go with this guy. All right, since I mentioned him, let's just play his video really quick. Where is he? This guy right here. How excited I am. Where was he? Hold on. Here, let's click really quick.
Over the past 2 weeks, I've been playing Forza Horizon 6. Xbox hooks me up with early access to the preview build, and I've been doing a bunch of stuff. I've been buying new cars, customizing those cars, trying out aftermarket cars, and obviously exploring Japan. There are parking garages scattered all around the map, with racetracks hidden in the hills and drift roads hidden on the side of mountains. So I have a question for you.
I have a question for you. Why don't you purchase the game yourself? Stop being a shill. I have a question for you. What do you think about that question? Huh? Why don't you stop being a shill? It is really annoying. I don't know how you guys watch. Again, I think it's Gen Zs, like the high school kids, you know, and they don't know any better, man. It's a different generation, man. They're brainwashed. There's nothing you can do about it, man. This entire generation, it's brainwashed. They're just hooked. They got you know, YouTube IV stuck to their vein, feeding them all the crap. You know, way too brainwashed and programmed. This garbage, dude. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Look how fake this is, yo.
Wow. Look at this, guys. Oh my god. I am falling in love with this game. Wow.
I feel like I want to throw up right now just watching how fake and phony this shit is. And look at her. She's sitting in a super bourgeois expensive racing chair and super expensive bourgeois house, sitting on probably, like, you know, truckload of money, and she's getting a free copy, man. Like, yo, dude. Oh, man. Let's see some more. Hold on. Some more garbage here. Yeah, this is so pathetic. And this guy is like a billionaire, dude. This guy from UK. Oh, I can't. I'll be honest. I can't stand this guy. He's so phony. He's so fake. He's such a shill. This guy is like the king of shilling. This guy right here. The king of shilling. The worst.
I got to play Forza Horizon 6 early, and here are 10 things that I found. Firstly, the map is massive. Where
Massive!
1 minute you're
It's always
drifting through
massive.
Tokyo City, then you're on the ski slopes,
Massive.
driving through the forest, or on the beach. Everything looks and feels awesome.
Massive
Now, you
awesome.
can obviously buy cars, although it was locked for me during the preview, but I did find some aftermarket cars.
Everything's massive. Everything's awesome. Yeah. When you're getting shit for free and you're making millions of dollars and you're living a bourgeois life, everything's massive. Everything's awesome. Man. But again, I don't blame them for doing what they're doing. I blame YouTube for enabling this kind of crap. They're enabling the corporations, the big corporations, the big companies like Microsoft, Xbox, Sony, PlayStation, Nintendo, all of these companies to create these shills, these YouTube influencers shills. And like I said, I don't think my generation is watching this crap. I think it's probably Gen Zs, like the high school kids, watching this crap. And there's millions of them watching this, and that's how these guys get so famous. And of course, enabling the big corporation, the big companies to give them free copies to shill. And that's why I have so many shills. This guy's also shilling. Oh my God, yeah. Oh. And then he puts a commercial on top
this.
of that.
Oh, oh.
And then he puts a commercial on top of that. It's not bad enough this guy's got 5.6 million views. I mean 5.6 million subscribers. And 500,000 views in one day. But then he puts the damn commercials on top of that, dude. No, you know what, man? Just, no way, dude. Just kiss my ass, bro. Dude, no, I can't, bro. I can't. Can I skip this? Yeah, I mean, I have to expose this phoniness, man. I don't care. It has to be exposed. And if I'm the one to be the one to do it, let me do it. Let me expose this phony crap. This cancerous, parasitic, shilling, phony crap on YouTube. Just listen how phony he sounds.
What's guys and welcome.
What's guys and welcome.
To Forza Horizon 6. Welcome.
Welcome to Forza Horizon 6. Man. I would rather watch a paint dry than to watch you, dude. You couldn't pay me $100 an hour to watch you, bro. It's so phony, man. So phony, dude. These shills, bro. Shills.
To Japan, baby. Oh my goodness. So
To Japan, baby. Oh my goodness.
excited to say that. So excited to bring you guys some early gameplay. And honestly, just excited to check this thing out. So
Just excited. Oh man, I can't, bro. Yo, man. The shilling is just beyond unbelievable, man. I can't, man. I just can't. The shilling, it's just, But then who allows this? Who enables this? Well, we all know. YouTube enables this. The big tech giant. That's how they get their money. They love big corporations like Microsoft, Xbox, Sony, all of them. Right? It gives them the traffic. It gives them the money. It gives them the revenue. So my whole point about this whole shilling thing is the fact is that you can't get a genuine review. You can't get a genuine review from a shill. So why would I want to watch a bunch of shills playing a game that they were told to shill for? Hey, here's the early copy of this game. Make sure you shill for it, and we'll give you some more stuff. Of course, he doesn't want to say anything negative, because if he says something negative, well, guess what happens? Then he doesn't get any more Xbox free early access games, and he doesn't get any more Sony PlayStation early access games, or any of these other big game studios, right? They all want to get free stuff. On top of them making millions of dollars, they all want the free stuff. So it's not bad enough that they're making millions of dollars, right? And they're putting on this fake act. But on top of all of that, they're getting free shit on top of that. They're getting free shit to tell us poor peasants that this is the greatest thing since sliced bread and you should pay $100 for the Ultimate Edition. But then I'm going to talk about the graphics, that the graphics looks exactly like Forza Horizon 5. It's the same engine. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to even dare to tell you. They're going to tell you everything's, oh my God. Oh wow. The shilling is one of the worst things I've ever seen on YouTube, man. The amount of shills out there, that they're out there. This is why you can't have a decent that's why I don't watch reviews on YouTube anymore. I always say, give me the demo, bro. Let me try it. Give me the demo. I can't watch a bunch of shills reviewing a game. Oh, this copy of this game was provided to me for free. Oh, gee whiz. You're gonna say all nice things about it now, because you got a free copy of the game. Wow. How about you use your hard-earned cash, buy the game, and then let's see what you think. But of course they don't want to do that, because why would they need to do that when they're going to get the shit for free? They're going to send them shit for free. I mean, the shilling is just... It's unbelievable, man. That's why I don't watch this crap. I don't. Who's watching this crap? I told you, it's the Gen Z, the high school kids, the teenagers, the seniors, the college, the high school kids and college kids. That's who's watching this. Ages 18, 20. And they're all watching this, and they're all like, idolizing these influencers, and just read the comments down below, man. Just go watch these videos. I cannot watch this crap, dude. But so this is why I need a demo. Give me the demo, Microsoft. Let me try it out, and then you'll see what I really think. But they're not going to do that because they know that I will talk about both positive and negative. And that's how you should be as a reviewer. You should always talk about both positives and negatives. But don't expect these guys to talk about the negatives. They only talk about the positives because they're shills. That is their job. Their job is to shill. And that's the sad part about the YouTube, man. That's where we are in 2026. It's nothing but bunch of shills. Shills everywhere. It's they should change it to you shill. You shill. You shill. Not YouTube. You shill. How about you shill tube? You shill tube. There you go. See, I just thought about the name. Just like that. Just like that, I thought about it. You shill tube. You shill tube. You shill tube. Hey, I'm gonna copyright that. That was my that's my creation now. I thought about it. I was among the very first that have thought about this. Okay, I'm gonna copyright that. All right. You shill tube. 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 Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I don't even know why I'm still on this platform, to be honest with you. After 12 years, man, I'm really debating, like, why am I even still here? Why am I even... But you know why I'm here? Because I enjoy sharing my opinions. I don't mind making videos. But once I get tired of this, man, and when the time comes for me, when I get tired of it, man, I'm just going to throw in the towel, man. I don't know, man. I'm really don't even know. Like 2027, dude. I might stick around maybe by the end of this year, but next year I don't think I will be doing this crap, man. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I'll be uploading videos next year, man. 2027. I think I'm going to probably call it quits, in 2027 after 13 years. After 13 years, man, it's like I had enough, you know what I mean? I had enough of this nonsense, man. All the shilling and all this crap. And not to mention the fact that the YouTube won't even acknowledge that I was hacked, that someone hacked my channel and injected a 19-second racist video. And they were blaming me for it, that I did it on top of that. And I exposed those specialists, those phony-ass, fake-ass so-called specialists. Man, it's so much garbage, man. It's so much trash. I could trash this platform all day long, 24/7. And no wonder they have so many lawsuits. And no wonder that they have lost the lawsuits, that they lost the case, where now they have to pay people $357 million, because of the bullying and the bad influence, and they're not doing anything about it. It's a bad influence for the kids. It's already been, they already, like both Facebook and YouTube, they lost the case, and now they have to pay out $357 million to people who were suffering, who were victims to bullying of bad influence on social media like YouTube and Facebook. Basically, they were saying that you're constantly injecting non-stop recommendations where it never stops, and it's bad for a kid's mind, where they constantly are scrolling and it never ends, and you're just constantly pumping all this garbage for them to watch, and brainwashing them and making them go mentally ill. So they won the case. It was in Los Angeles. The judge, declared that these big tech giants, they have to pay $357 million. And believe me, there's 1,600 more cases coming. That's just one case. There's 1,600 more cases coming against YouTube and Meta Facebook. And I'm glad. You know what? I really am glad, because there's so much garbage with the social media, with these big tech giant companies and what they're doing. They're exploiting people, exploiting this whole thing just so they can make money. It's disgusting, and people should speak against it. And I'm glad that people are speaking against it. And you see this kind of garbage, right? Of shilling, dishonesty, corruption. It's a corruption, dishonesty, and so much garbage, man, that it's just, I don't want to be part of it, man. Like I said, I might stick around here for maybe this year, the end of this year, and then next year, 2027, I think I'll call it quits, because I want to see if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, and if it does, I can play it, and then 2027, I'll just, bon voyage, sayonara, I'm out of here, man, because it's just disgusting, man. Like, I don't want to be part of this company that is so disgusting, and their business practices, and I've been on this platform for 12 years, and next year will be 13 years, and man, I've seen so much garbage going on here. It's just disgusting. So, yeah. Anyway, that's me. The only YouTuber on this planet who's going to tell you how it is. All right? The only honest YouTuber, the unsung hero, the only last unsung hero who's going to tell you how it is. No bullshit. 100% facts and honesty. All right? The most underrated YouTuber on the planet. Period. All right? So anyway, that's the video. And that's all I've got to say about that. It's just... It's disgusting. This whole shilling, it's disgusting, man. The shills, the YouTube, the whole thing is disgusting. It really is. Really is disgusting. I don't know how else to say it other than disgusting. I mean, it's disgusting. Disgusting. It's sickening and disgusting. Anyway.